Good morning, and may God bless you through today's prayer prompt. You know, there are many people in this world that wonder about God and His faithfulness. Some even say things like, if God was faithful, then why aren't things in my life going smoother or better? But the truth of the matter is that God is faithful. Whether we see it, feel it, or recognize Him at work in the world around us, God is faithful. And oftentimes we see the faithfulness of God in the challenges and difficulties that we experience in this life. The great Charles Spurgeon famously said, "I've learned to kiss the wave that throws my head against the rock of ages." Can we honestly say that we embrace the challenges and difficulties of this life because they help us grow in our faith in God? Well, Romans 8:28 reminds us that all things work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to His purposes. That simply means that God can take something bad in our lives and bring something good out of it. And in Psalm 143, the great David reminds us that God hears our prayers and answers our prayers in our time of need. Here in the first 6 verses of Psalm 143, we're reminded that God receives our requests, and we're reminded of His mighty works. He hears our prayers and helps us. He refocuses our attention on Him instead of the distracting things that we see in the world around us. In verses 7 through 10, we're reminded that God responds to us in loving mercy. He rescues us from our enemies. And we see here that God reveals His will for us and helps redirect us by the power of His Spirit. On down further, we see that He revives us and restores us and refreshes our soul. He recognizes us as His servants. Are you a servant of God? Do you strive to be a Christ follower? Well, my prayer prompt for you today is to pray in faith to God, who is always faithful. Pray to God believing that He will answer your prayers in accordance with His will. He may not calm the storms that we face in this life, but He can give us peace amidst the storms. And one last thing I'd like to share with you. Not only do I want to encourage you to pray in faith, but live by faith. Live as though God's word is true, regardless of the situations and circumstances around you, regardless of how you feel or the cultural trends of this world. Pray in faith and live by faith. Take care, and God bless.